DreAllDay.com. Testing, 1, 2. Everybody can hear me out there. This is Dre All Day. Y'all know me. We're back with the Anna and Dre Show, another installment. How you doing, Anna?
Hi, everybody.
We just came from getting ourselves some. Can you show them the new toy?
Oh. So look. We got all the toys.
We got some new devices. Business write-offs, tax write-offs.
For sure.
We need these for business because the 6 Plus was ridiculously useless after the iOS upgrade. But the reason why we even talking about this here today, first of all, from our last episode, shout out to LeVar Ball. Shout out to Leangelo Ball, because he's the one who helped me out. I'm gonna tell you how he helped me out, because he went to China and stole something, right? Then he got arrested. Then UCLA brought him home, or Donald Trump, or LeVar, whoever you believe. He gets suspended at UCLA. LeVar got mad, pulled Leangelo out of UCLA, and then he's like, look, I got 2 kids not in school. I'm gonna send them overseas. So when he decided to send them overseas, obviously everybody's watching LeVar because he draws attention. So all these people start Googling overseas basketball. When you Google overseas basketball, you see my website too. And LeVar Ball brought a ton of traffic. Leangelo, thank you for stealing shit in China, because you brought a ton of traffic to DreAllDay.com. And we got a bunch of new email subscribers and everything. So LeVar, you made me money. So I am a big baller because LeVar helped me make money. All right, so now that we got that out the way, we ain't gonna ask Anna about LeVar Ball.
I think I said enough.
Yeah, she said enough about LeVar.
Yeah.
Today, the reason while we're here today, I'm trying to remember why I don't even know how the fuck I looked up this article. I was looking up something online today, because I want y'all to understand where this came from. I'm looking up something online. I'm using the Face ID on my phone. And yes, I am reading websites and driving. I'm alright, I'm a pro with this. But anyway, don't do this at home. I'm reading I can't even remember why I was looking at it. I'll remember in a moment. But anyway, there's this article I'm looking at right now that says 9 myths about white girls who date black guys.
Oh my God.
9 myths about white girls dating black guys. But I want to talk about this because I like this conversation. This is a conversation a lot of people don't want to have. Alright? And we're going to go through all 9 of these myths. And some black guys don't want to have this when a girl will call them out on this. Like when I was in college, for example, just to give y'all some context, and we're going to let Anna give y'all context too. When I was in college, I went to Penn State. All right, now Penn State is a whole bunch of white girls. All right, and it ain't that many black guys, relatively speaking. So at Penn State, listen, I messed with a lot of white girls when I was at Penn State. Some black girls too, but it was just more white girls there. So I mean, that's just what it is. It's just a numbers game, for lack of a better term. But there would be some black chicks. I remember when I was a senior, for example, there were some black chicks who were like freshmen or sophomore. And I'm having a conversation with them, not trying to talk to them. We having a conversation. They was like, why do so many of these black dudes be messing with white girls? Why don't they be talking to no black girls? All I see is these dudes talking to all the white girls. And let me not say that. Many black girls whom I've met or had conversations with will have that mindset. Either they got like this attitude, or they take their little tiny experience of life, which is definitely not all of life, just a little bit that they know about, and they like, oh, well, every time I see a black dude, he was some white girl. I had some white woman say to me, white woman that I'm cool with, she said to me, Dre, why do black guys always be dating these white girls that don't even look good? What's wrong with them? Do they not have confidence? They can't find any black girls? And I had to explain to her, like, listen, whatever it is that you saw that made you think of that ain't all of the world. That's just what you saw. But anyway, I'm going to talk about that a little bit more when we get to one of these myths, because I've read this article already. And earlier this afternoon, again, just to give y'all full context, I told Anna I was reading this article and I was going to go over it with her. But then I said, you know what? We need to do this on camera. So she doesn't even know what none of these are.
I have no idea what he read.
Yeah, she doesn't know what these are. I read it already. She didn't. Y'all don't know about it. I'm going to go over it right now. So actually, before we get right into it, tell us, Anna, what's your experience with black guys?
Oh, now that you turn the camera on, why don't I just say everything? You are my experience with the black guys.
All right, so I'm going first.
That's not what I said.
Okay. All right, we ain't going to go there. All right, have you ever found yourself having, like, black girls or white girls? You're not technically a white girl, though. You're from Europe.
I am
You're actually
Eastern European.
But you're the actual real Caucasian.
I am the real Caucasian because I am from Georgia, and Georgia is located right in Caucasia, by Caucasian mountains. So
Georgia the country, not Georgia.
Georgia the country in Europe. It's Eastern Europe. So officially, Eastern European and a true Caucasian, if you will. But I don't identify myself with white. What we refer to white people in America is different than what Europeans refer to as being white.
What do Europeans refer to?
So Europeans refer to white as skin color. So if you're fair skinned, or if you're not like beyond olive, darker than olive skin, then you're white. But if you are,
so what would I be?
So you would be African American.
No, I mean if I was from your country, but my skin was like this, what would I be?
You would be black.
They would call me black.
Yes.
Even though we're both from the same country.
Yes.
And you would be white.
Yeah, so they differentiate the skin color. But in America, what I found out, if you are called a white person, it's not just about skin color, it's also about like culture, right?
Yeah, it's like a way of being.
Yeah.
Culture is the best word.
Yeah, yes. It's culturally defined, rather than in Europe, it's just defined literally by how you
your
look.
Actual skin color.
Yeah, by your skin color.
That's where it started with that, but then we kind of made it other things.
Yeah.
That's how you get.
But nobody else has the same definition for white people as we do in America.
Right. Only America does.
Yeah.
And only in America do we go when we already got $1,000 devices and go to the store and spend more money on another $1,000 device.
Yes.
This is the American way. I mean, consumerism, racism, not racism like in a negative way, but we make a lot of things is about race for us. A lot of things about consuming for us. This is just what we do. This is the This is the American way of living. And if you live in America, you understand this. All right, now let's get right into these points, these 9 myths about. But actually, the question you didn't actually answer the question I wanted to ask you was: have you ever found yourself being stigmatized, or have some black chicks roll their eyes at you, or white guys or white girl, anybody of any other race roll their eyes at you because they know you either attracted or you were attracted to a black guy?
Yes, and yes.
All right, tell us
all the time
how that happens. What happens? What do people
all
do?
Those 3 categories of people have had reactions about me being attracted to or
drawing attraction
from black guys. Yes, I actually had a girlfriend who was technically white, and she would, everywhere we go, and any guy that would speak to me who was white, I guess she was not a real girlfriend, but she would yell out, well, she only likes black guys, and that was not even true, but she would like call me out on it publicly.
In front of the guy?
Yeah, in front of the guy.
What would the guy say?
So the guy would act kind of shocked. He would try not to act shocked, but he would be shocked most of the time. But shock was like, why are you telling me this? And is this really true? Like, there was like a double shock going on there. But
how would you respond?
There was that experience. I actually had to have a conversation with her and say, what is that about? Why are you saying that? What are you trying to help me or hurt me? And what's it to you? So I had a conversation, and I had to kind of put the brakes on that shit.
So that girl, did she date black guys?
No, she did not.
Okay, so you think she might be a little bit jealous that black guys like you and not her?
Who knows? I still don't know to this day what her agenda was. But that was one of the experiences, and also... So
she was cock blocking. I mean, we can call that's cock blocking.
Yeah, I think... You know what? I think when I think about it,
Black cock blocking.
It was
it's white cock. She was trying to keep you from getting a white cock.
I think it was a jealousy in general. I think she was jealous.
Yeah.
From me getting attention, period. It was not about...
All right. So she was just trying to stop you from getting attention. More attention.
Attention, period. It didn't matter where it came from. I think that's what it was.
We want to call her name out. So we
don't want to call her name out.
We don't call her name out. If I was the person I'd call you, I'll put your name on the fucking video. But anyway, Anna's nice.
No, if she's listening to it, she knows because she did it all the time. But I still have love for her. No, I hope she learned a thing or two since then, though.
So nice. See, this is why I date her, so I can develop more as a person. I'm not that nice. I'll fucking shit all over you on video. I'll do it to your face too.
Yeah, but that's probably true what you said about me, but I also learned things from you. We all when you're in a relationship, that person is like your spiritual lesson.
All right, name one thing you learned from me. It's not natural to you.
I am very empathetic, but in some cases I shouldn't be. So I learned the opposite from you: when to be tougher and when to be an asshole. Yeah.
I have no problem being an asshole.
Yeah, and sometimes I should be, and I'm not one. So
I think we all should be assholes more. We get a lot more done. That's just my opinion. But anyway, we'll talk about that in a different episode. Now, today we're talking about the 9 myths, supposed myths about white girls who date black guys. Here's the number one.
Can't wait to hear.
Now, this first one, this one didn't really hit with me, but the other 8 did. So let's go to this first one first. First one is all white girls who date black guys are fat. F-A-T, fat.
Am I fat?
No.
No, I'm far from fat.
But now, on this note, remember I told you that white woman I was cool with, she had wrote me once, and she's not, I'm talking about, she's old, she's like my mom's age. She's not that old, but she's a generation above me. And she was like, Dre, why do black guys who are fairly attractive be dating these fat, out of shape, nasty looking white girls? And she was from like the middle of the country. I'm not gonna say what state, but she lives in the middle of America. So I think that's just her experience, what she sees. And I corrected her and told her, like, yo, where you live, how many black guys do you actually see on a daily basis? Like 2 or 3. Yeah. And usually it's what happens when human beings, they'll see somebody do something or a certain type of person do something like twice.
Yeah.
And then they'll generalize all people who are like that. Like,
yeah, and then it becomes a confirmation bias. And they just define the whole world like that.
Exactly. So she probably seen like 2 black dudes with a fat white girl, and then she like, oh, all black dudes date fat white girls. That's not true.
That's not true.
And Anna's white, and she's dating me. She's not fat. I'm not fat, but we are fat. P-H-A-T, not F-A-T. You know that kind of fat?
Yes, baby fat.
Yeah, well, I guess fat meaning good, that kind of fat.
Baby P-H-A-T, whatever.
Yeah, but fat meaning, I don't know what that baby fat meant, but yes, in a positive way, not fat in a like you need to go to the gym way.
Yeah.
All right. So the first one is they're all fat. So you got anything to say to that?
First of all, when a sentence starts with all this, all that, it's automatically you know that's not true.
Well, this whole video is gonna be that.
But also, I mean, I think I know what she's referring to. Like, I've seen the couples that she probably describes. I've seen that happen, and I have sometimes questioned, like, why are these 2 people even dating?
Why do you question it?
But questions like, there was such a contrast between like physical appearance of the 2 people.
So you're saying fairly good-looking black guy with an ugly white girl?
Yeah,
fat.
With a obese.
A fat white girl. Just say fat.
Yeah.
We can just call. Listen, on this show we gonna say what the fuck it is.
Okay, fine. Okay? So big fat girl.
Yeah, because that's the myth that we're addressing is fat.
So I've seen what she's talking about, but I don't think it's true all the time. Obviously.
Anything else?
No, nothing else. So it's not a real.
All right, so that's number 1. That's the softball, Anna. All right, now let's get into the meat of this whole thing.
Okay.
Number 2 through 9. Number 2 is white girls who date black guys have daddy issues.
No.
Okay.
I think a lot of people have daddy issues, boys and girls.
All right, let me tell you my context first, and then you're gonna give me your so you got some time to think, marinate on this because I read it already, so it wouldn't be fair to make you react rapid fire. Okay. I got stories that I can never tell on YouTube about white girls who very clearly did have daddy issues. Not that they came out and told me directly, but I mean, if you read about people who have daddy issues and the type of ways they react to things, the type of things they say, the type of things that they accept and tolerate, I know what it looks like, I know what it sounds like. And I've known many white girls who did have some daddy issues who were into black guys, but at the same time there are also white girls who got daddy issues who ain't into black guys. So this is not, I don't really like this. This whole article is a bunch of generalizations, but that's why we're talking about it. So we ain't got to keep saying they're generalizations because we already know that they are. But I have seen that, and there are a couple instances I'm thinking of immediately, but I can't talk about them because we just can't talk about them. So what you got to say about it?
I don't think it's true. A lot of people have daddy issues, like I said, boys and girls. And matter of fact, like more people than we all think do have daddy issues. We all have issues from our parents. And so I don't think it even applies in the context of what we're talking about. Like, what does that have to do with dating black guys.
So basically,
daddy issue. You can have a daddy issue, and
they say it's to lash out at the dad, to show the dad that you're in control of your life and you're gonna go date a guy that the dad probably would not have approved.
Oh, I see. So they're rebellious. So it's like
rebelling against dad by getting you with a black guy.
Okay, when you said daddy issues, that means something different to me.
Okay. But that's the context that I'm going to give it. They didn't say that, but I'm going to give it that context because it's the Dre All Day Channel.
Yeah, I mean, that sounds like really twisted thing to me. I mean, I don't know.
I happen to believe for some women that's true. See, this article is about, this does not apply to all white girls who date black guys, but there are some who do mess with black guys almost exclusively who that is one of their things. I don't know if that's the reason why, because I don't ask, but there are some girls who do fit that description, but it does not apply to all women. Does that apply to you?
No, it does not.
So you're not dating me to get back at your dad?
Absolutely not.
Okay. All right, point number 3. They say that white girls who date black guys are trying to prove that they're not racist. Are you racist?
Oh my God. They're trying to prove that they're not racist.
Are you racist? You notice she didn't answer the question. Now that's one of the that's like a sign of evasion or deceit.
Oh my God.
You asked a question.
We've been together for so long. Do I have to answer that question?
Wait, y'all still notice she didn't answer. Are you racist?
It's just funny to me. No, I'm not a racist.
Now, see, usually people deny shit when they actually are, so they say no. So, all right.
Usually people that are racist call other people racist. How about that?
That's facts. Okay, so
zip the lip.
All right, so whatever black guys you've ever dated or went on a date with, give your number to, were you trying to prove you weren't racist? Is that the reason why you gave me your number? Or were you actually attracted to me?
No, I would not. I would not compromise my personal values just to prove something to somebody else. Whether it's my dad or public.
So how do you prove that you're not racist?
I don't need to prove that.
So you're not dating black guys to prove that you're not racist?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay, let me think of if I have any. I don't know if I should say this on. No, I shouldn't say it. All right, we'll move on to number 4. All right. So again, for those of you who came in the middle of that episode, we're talking about myths. This is from some article that I found online, somebody's blog post. Myths about white girls who date black guys, and we're addressing it because we got a white girl dating a black guy. And on this channel, we talk about the shit that everybody wants to talk about, but people be afraid to talk about. That's what we do here on this channel. Things that are related to males and females, somewhere that a female perspective can be different than just having me as the talking head talking on this channel. Number 4, we may come back to that last one, though, that they're trying to prove that they're not racist.
Okay.
Actually, let's talk about it. Fuck that. Let's talk about it. Let's think of someone like Tommy Lauren. All right, Tommy Lauren on TV. No, we shouldn't talk about it. No. I got to consider politics at some points. All right, number 4. All white girls who date black guys think they're better than black girls. Do you think you're better than black women, and that's why you go take their men from them?
Oh my God, that is so ridiculous.
Why is that?
That is ridiculous to me.
All right, let me give my context.
Go ahead. The whole statement, like I'm better than black girls, what does that even mean?
Because you're taking their men, like you took an eligible black man out of the talent pool. Wait, by dating me, you have taken an eligible black man out of the talent pool for black women to choose from.
No, that's not how I look at it. And if there are women out there thinking that way,
there are women out there thinking that way.
Please stop dating. Period. You don't need to be with another person. Period.
Well, how are they gonna have kids and satisfy?
You don't need to. If that's how you think, you shouldn't procreate or be with another person. You need to go deal with your own issues.
You need to go to a Tony Robbins conference.
No, you need to go to a psychotherapy, not Tony Robbins. That's ridiculous.
Well, all right, my context on this, yes, there are, not yes that this is true, but there are black women out there who, when they see a eligible black guy means he's fairly attractive. He looks like he's a candidate. Like he's someone that she could be interested in if she learned about him, and she sees that he's dating a white chick. It don't happen that much in a place like Miami, but let's say I can't even think, but years past. I wouldn't even say in the time that we've known each other, but before it became more normalized, like eye rolls, girls giving you the side eye, or especially if there's a group of black chicks together. And this is not to generalize all black women. This is just some isolated experiences I've had. Because the last thing I want is some black women mad at me because I'm saying this. So I'm not saying that black women. I love black women. My mom's black. My sister's black. All right, my grandma's black. All right, now.
Is your mom black?
Yes.
Really?
Yes, I'm not mixed. So I have seen this in isolated incidents. I want to make sure I'm emphasizing that phrase before somebody come in the comments talking stupid. Isolated incidents, I have seen black women, because this is the thing, Anna. Black women, in my experience, the ones I've come across, usually only date black men. So they are limited to black men only. But a white girl who will date black guys could date white men and black men. So they got a much larger pool of talent to choose from, while the black women only have this pool. And then here come you, the snow princess, stealing talent out of her talent pool. So that's why a black woman, not all black women, again, not all, but I can see why a black woman could be kind of like feeling some type of way about that. Shout out to Rich Homie Quan. Some type of way about that, because like, yo, this is all I got to choose from. Why you taking from mine, but you could be taking from yours? When y'all like 80% of the population, we only 14%, but you gonna take some cock out of my talent pool instead of dipping in your own. What is that about? That's what she want to know. What's up with these white bitches?
Yeah, I've experienced it on myself. Actually, that has happened to me. I've got eye rolls. So I was in New York City, and
shout out to New York. This
was before me and you, and I was walking together with a guy who was black, and we were just walking, and he went inside the store, and I waited outside, and some girls passed by in Brooklyn. And I thought that my life was threatened there for like a mini second there, because of the looks that they gave me. They just gave me looks, and at the time I didn't speak a very good English, so I didn't understand what they were saying. Something under their breath. They were saying something under their breath.
And so they were talking about you.
Yeah, and I had a strong sense that they were talking about me. I don't know what they said, but the looks were so. They were glaring at me, and it was just obvious to me that they were not happy, and they witnessed him going in the store, and they knew we were together, at least walking together.
Yeah, they were absolutely not happy, and they definitely were talking about it.
Yeah, absolutely, they were. And
hashtag facts.
I remember that, and it didn't feel good, and to me, I felt like, what's your problem? You know, like
you're dipping in their talent pool.
Yeah, and I think that's like such a small-minded thing. Small-minded person does that, because it's not about that. It's really not about your pool or my pool.
So what would you say? Let's say there's a black girl watching this, and she's like in love with me through YouTube. Hey, how you doing? And she's mad because I'm taken because I'm dating you. How would you counsel this woman? Because she's like, damn, that's another eligible black guy who's unavailable because of damn white girls.
You're looking at your limitations and what you cannot achieve, who you cannot get, rather than saying like, okay, am I the type of person who the person that I like will be attracted to? Like, why don't you work on your own goddamn self rather than looking at other couples and saying, oh, your girl is taking you away from my pool. Like, that's not even fair. Yeah, work on your mind and work on everything. Work on you rather than looking at other people and saying that they're stealing something from you. It's the same shit that happens. It happens in every environment. It happens in business environment, in other environments where like you're looking at what you don't have and why you don't have it. You're making excuses for yourself to be stuck where you are.
So
does that mean that if you like this guy and he's coupled up with a white girl, does that mean that you cannot get another black guy?
Well, what I heard Steph Curry say, because people always ask Steph Curry, because for those who you may not know, Steph Curry used to have a contract that was below market value. He was getting paid less than he could actually be making. And when people would ask him about it, he said, my father always told me never look at another person's plate. Don't look at what's on somebody else's plate, worry about what's on your plate.
Exactly.
And that's basically what you're saying.
Yeah.
To not think in a scarcity terms of, damn, like that's the only black guy, and more important, Instead of looking at what somebody else has, work on your everything. We got to work on your game, work on your everything, so you ain't got to worry about who another chick got.
Exactly.
Don't be mad because the other bitches got.
And also, like, stop judging people because you don't know that couple. You don't know why they're together. You have no idea what kind of experiences maybe that guy or that girl had and why they're together. Because you're judging them from everything that you don't know about them. It's just not fair. You don't know their life. You don't know who they are and why they're together. You don't even know if you're really gonna like that guy. Maybe he's not even the guy for you.
Maybe he's a jerk.
Yeah, maybe he's a jerk, and if you were together with him, you would be so miserable. So, but now here you are making up this whole big freaking blow up the story that doesn't even exist, and now you're living in that story, and now you're treating other people with that shit that doesn't exist.
You sound like you thought about this before.
No, I'm thinking about it right now. I never actually thought about it, but that's how preposterous and idiotic that is. Like, you can't think that way.
How do you really feel?
That's why you don't have what you want, because you think this way. That's all I gotta say.
How do you really feel about it? All right, now, so you don't feel like you're better than black chicks because you went.
You know what? Any chick that thinks that way, I think I'm better than her in terms of how I think, because I don't think that way. So that's your answer. Black, white, red, doesn't matter.
Right, make sure y'all don't take that out of context. Make sure you get the whole quote with all the words that went before.
Yeah.
All right, that was number 4. So we're about halfway, almost. Number 5, and again, we're talking about myths of white girls who date black guys, if these are actual myths. Is it, Anna, just a fetish for you? Is this like some fantasy that you just wanted to fulfill to see if the myth about a black guy's penis is actually true? Or do you actually like a black guy? Do you actually like me? Or is it just to find out?
Myth about penis? A penis myth?
Yeah, don't act like you don't know what it is.
No, is it like that, or is it about something else about a black guy?
Is it just a fetish? Kind of like, what's this chick's name off Sex and the City? What's her name? Samantha. So some women just have a fetish, like, yo, I just want to see, what it's like to be with a black guy. It's kind of like walking on a tightrope. It's like doing some dangerous thing one time just to see what it's like. So is that what it is
like
for you?
Like a thrill of it.
Yeah. Am I just a fling for you?
Oh.
Am I just a piece of meat?
You've been a really good fling, though.
So, all right, but notice you didn't answer the question.
Let's stay flings.
Okay, so I am.
Let's never lose the fling side. You can never lose the fling side if you're in a relationship.
Okay, so your answer is yes?
No, you're not just a fling. I actually like you.
Okay, prove it.
I already have proven it.
All right, so it's not just a fetish for you to date.
No.
Do you think?
I'm sure there's some women to whom it's like it's been such they've been brought up in such a different world and they've never even considered it, and once they stepped out of that world, I'm sure they considered it as a thrill. I'm sure there are women like that. It's just not me.
Women like what?
Who grew up in a different environment.
What's a different environment?
Meaning they've never had a chance, or they were brought up not to date black guys, and when they have an opportunity to do so, they do, and they're curious about it, so they go ahead and do it.
So you think there are some women who are just curious about black guys, and so they do it just to see?
Yeah.
You were never curious about black guys?
To me, it wasn't about the race. To me, it was all about...
So you don't see color?
No, I don't.
So you're like Tommy Lauren, you don't see color?
No, I don't see color.
Okay.
I see color, but I don't...
So how you drive a car?
I don't focus on color. I see color. Of course I see color.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, I don't focus on color.
All right, number 6, and we're talking myths, white girls who date black guys. Number 6 is a white girl who dates black guys is trying to rebel against society. She's just like standing out and knows the attention that she'll get for doing so. Does that apply to you?
No, it does not apply to me. However, I think there are people like that too.
I've known some white girls who, we even would have a conversation about something like that. They would say, I've never dated a black guy before, or I've never been with a black guy, or nobody from where I'm from dates black guys. And then they would kind of they would say what I feel like they want to say to somebody else, but they be telling me like, "Yo, I can date whoever I want. If I want to mess with a black guy, I'll mess with a black guy. I don't care what anybody thinks."
Right.
And they would be saying it to me, but you ever had somebody saying something to you, but you know they're not really talking to you?
Yeah.
They really telling you what they wish they could say to somebody else.
Right.
Maybe society or whoever the hell. But so that doesn't apply to you. Is that what you're saying?
No. Well, no, it doesn't apply to me. But the way I always thought is kind of sort of like you described, but I didn't have to voice it. Like, I just live my life and I do what I feel is good for me and good for greater good, not just myself. So to me, I don't see color in that way. I don't define people as, oh, he's black or he's white and it's good to date him or it's good not to date him according to the color that he is. So
okay, so you're not rebelling against society. You like what you like they said in the race.
Because if you rebel against society, then you have to suppress what you like. Is it at the expense of what you like? Or if when you rebel against society and it goes along with what you like, then you know you're still being true to yourself. But stay true to yourself. Do what you actually like to do. But that's my case. Like, if I'm dating a black guy and that means that I'm rebelling against society.
Yeah.
But you actually
like black guys.
Yeah, but I'm actually in tune with myself. I do what's true to me.
So you're not doing it to rebel against society.
No.
That's the question.
No, I'm not doing it to rebel.
You're not doing it to stand out and get attention.
No, absolutely
So you're not dating me just for the attention.
No.
Okay. Number 7. Almost home here. Myths of almost home literally.
But actually, can I say something else? So, but there are also people who they might like black guys, but they will not date them because if they rebel against society, you know, there will be less opportunities for them. You know, there will be society, they're afraid to be looked at a certain way, so they think some things are going to be shut down for them. You know, they might have a certain reputation and they might think their reputation is going to be altered in some way.
Stained.
Stained. And I think that's a bigger problem. I think a lot of people fall into that category. And one way I rebel, if I do, is I never wanted to be that person. So I never wanted the color to stop me from...
So you're saying you rebel by not rebelling?
I rebel by not being that person who conforms to the society and says, oh, I actually want to date a black guy, but I can't because I'm going to be looked at a certain way. My reputation is going to be stained.
So how is that rebelling?
So,
it's not important.
I'm not rebelling. I'm just saying that a lot of people fall into that category, and I don't want to be that person.
All right, number 7. All white girls who date black guys have had bad experiences with white men, so you decided to never mess with white men again. True or false?
Oh, black girls?
No, a white girl who dates black guys had some bad experience with black guys, with white guys. So she just went over to the black side and decided to never come back. Is that what happened to you?
No.
Do you have a bad experience with a white guy and then just said, fuck that, I'm going to dark meat and I'm staying there forever?
No, that is so silly. No.
Well, that's what the myth says. Now, that one, I don't know too many white girls who fall into that category. But, however, I'll tell you what I do know. I know some white girls who dated, they played the whole field. Like, they opened themselves up to the entire field. White guys, black guys, and everything. Dated black guys, had one too many black guys do them dirty or do them wrong in some way, and then they stop dating black guys, and then they end up marrying a white guy.
Yeah, I've seen that happen.
I could count. I would need more than 2 hands to count how many white girls I've seen that happen to. Was dating a black guy. The black guy did something he wasn't supposed to do, and she was like, "All right, I've been burned too many times by black guys, and one time can be too many for some women." And then they end up marrying. You see them on Facebook. They married to some white guy who looks like he came out the Abercrombie advertisement. You know Abercrombie?
Yeah, super white.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I have seen that. That does not apply to all white girls. Again, nothing I'm saying is applying to all. This is what I'm seeing in my experience. You got anything to add to that? Point number 7.
No, I've heard. I haven't met too many, but I haven't seen the experiences fold out in front of me. But I've had girls tell me that kind of stuff. So, I think it exists.
Okay. Number 8. White girls who date black guys think they are too good for white guys, which is why they go to black guys. You think you're too good for white guys?
That doesn't even make sense. What does that even mean?
For example, a white girl, because this is the thing.
Good for
let me explain. This is what it means. A white girl, like, listen, I went to Penn State. I've seen all women of different shapes, sizes, colors. I've been to like 10 different countries. I've seen a lot. I've seen some girls who are not black, but they get attention. To me, especially at a place like Penn State, when a white girl is getting attention from black guys, it's kind of like an ego boost to the girl. She's getting attention from black guys. I had a white girl say to me once, I know my ass got bigger over the summer because black guys are looking at me a whole lot more than they used to look at me before. It's like a badge of honor. And now, again, this is not applying to all white girls. I got to keep saying that because people take shit out of context, especially in YouTube. I've seen some white girls who looked at it as like a badge of honor when black guys were paying more attention to them. So therefore, and I've seen white girls who started getting it too bright.
I don't like this lighting. It's shining on me from up top.
We might need that light for.
Yeah, but it doesn't make me look good. It makes my face shadowy, and it doesn't look good on camera. So we can turn these lights on.
Where?
These lights.
You turned them on?
I just turned mine on.
Is it shining on you?
No, it's this light.
Yeah, it's not helping. So.
That's better than opening this.
How's that?
It's fine.
Still too bright from up here?
No, I will move because...
No. We need you to be relaxed.
Well, that's the fluorescent light looking at me.
No. What about this?
That's fine.
This is better?
Yeah.
Hopefully y'all can see us. This is how we're going to finish this recording. Alright, so I've seen white girls who, once they start getting attention from black guys, it's like a status symbol to them.
Uh-huh.
And they really just only mess with black guys. So maybe that's what I saw in them. Again, I wasn't following them around 24 hours a day, so I don't know what they're doing all day. That may be what your friend was seeing, the same thing. She made it seeing you as the chick who was getting all the attention from any kind of guy. And I've also seen white chicks who were so very physically attractive. And when the black guys start coming around to give them attention, the white guys stop coming around. The white guys stop even trying. Now again, I'm a black guy. I would see a white girl who's attractive, I would go talk to her. So maybe this is super confirmation bias I'm giving you here, just through my lens of what I've seen. And it's a very biased lens because I'm living this experience. So those are the things that I've seen. Like a white girl who starts getting attention from black guys, white guys is like, okay, I'm not even trying no more because the black guys is here. That's not to say that black guys
I've always drawn a lot of attention from black guys and white guys, but I've never had a white guy. I'm just saying it for the context here, for the
no, it's all
show,
good. I'm doing.
But I've never had those white guys stop coming around because of it. As a matter of fact, they were more interested and they were jealous and more interested and more kind of like.
So it's competition.
Yeah,
like,
they were more competitive.
Black guys.
Yeah, but I don't think girls. You said you don't think
they're too good for white guys.
Too good for. We don't think
because you got black guys coming at you. Do you think you're too good for white guys?
No.
So if a white guy tried to talk to you at Starbucks, what would you do?
I don't think black guys paying me attention and makes me too good for the white guys. What does that even mean?
So let's say you go to a bar, right? And
so
like five black guys come up and start trying to talk to you. Do you think if 5 black guys come up and start to talk to you, would you talk to a white guy?
Why wouldn't I?
Because the black guys is paying attention. Yeah,
but so does that mean that those women think black guys are better than white guys?
I don't know. I can't speak for them.
I don't see that. I don't understand that at
because
all.
black guys are such a small. If you put all the men in one room, black guys is like a small part of the room.
Yes.
White guys take up most of the room.
Yeah.
So when you're being noticed by that small group, because it's so small, it becomes kind of like more valuable to some people because it's less.
No, I think it's an opposite. I think it's an opposite effect. Like
because of the scarcity.
If you grow up as a white girl,
yes,
and you get attention from black guys,
yes,
in my experience and all the other white girls that I know, we don't think that getting attention from black guys gives you a status of some sort. If you get attention from the white guys, you do have the status more than if you get attention from black guys.
As a man, I'm going to have to respectfully disagree with that.
Well, as a woman who gets attention and who grew up in a white culture more than a black culture, I'm going to tell you that getting attention from black guys is not a badge of honor if you're white.
Okay.
And I'm white.
You are white.
Yes.
All right. Now this is what I'm talking about is not your pure white. You're actually the real Caucasian. I'm talking about American white girls.
Yeah, but I've experienced the culture. I know white.
It depends on the type of female.
I'm still white.
It depends on the type of female. A female like you, I don't think you would see it as a status symbol.
No, but I'm talking about people around me.
Yeah, and people who would hang with you.
Yes, people.
Yeah. But there's certain types of girls who you wouldn't hang around.
Yeah, but if a white girl gets attention from a white guy, that's more valuable in white culture than if she gets attention from a black guy. If she gets attention from a black guy, that doesn't make you a better anything. Like, that doesn't raise you in anybody's eyes. As a matter of fact,
in some people's eyes, it does.
As a matter of fact, it's a little bit of she's basically not good enough for the white, so she's good for the black guys. That's how it's looked at with white people.
I see it the opposite way, but we both got our own perspective. That's why we had this show, so we can both share our own perspective.
I've experienced that and saw that, and people verbalize that to me many, many times. It's like, I actually was pursued by a guy who found out that black guys were paying attention to me, and he was so turned off. Like, he was so turned off. So I experienced it, intimately like that.
All right, side question. This is not one of the points. We're gonna get to the last one. Do you think black guys who date white girls think they're too good for black girls, and that's why they start choosing white chicks, because they think black girls ain't good enough?
I don't think so. They can be isolated incidents like that, but I don't think that's a general, I don't know. No.
Yeah. Do y'all think that I think I'm too good for black women because I'm dating a white woman? That's an interesting question. Y'all can go ahead and answer that. For those of you who have watched this far, you might as well go to number 9. Number 9 is white girls who date black guys think black guys are easier to get because black guys just can't keep their penis in their pants. They trying to fuck everything they see. They're so aggressive. They're so forward, so direct in talking to girls. It's easy to get a black guy, so that's why you start dating black guys, because it's so easy.
No.
True or not true?
No.
Let me ask you a question.
Not true in my case.
When you're just out and about, whether you were in a relationship or single, who approaches you? Who do you get approached by more? White guys or black guys or Latin guys or whatever? What race approaches you the most?
Depends on the environment I'm in.
Okay, New York City.
New York City?
Yeah.
I was in a very mixed environment in New York City, so more black guys, because I was more with black people than white people.
So you were just in black environments.
So it depends on the environment.
So what about Miami?
Miami, a lot of black and Spanish. Latin, yeah. Yeah.
All right, so who's approached you the most? Black guys, white guys, or Latin guys? Or European guys?
Probably black and European.
Why? Why do black guys approach more than white guys? I mean, there's 10 times more white guys than black guys.
They're more outspoken. They're more forward.
Yeah. So do you think, we forgot what the question was. Do you think black men are easier to get because they're so out? I mean, do you think black men are easier to get in general? Like, let's say that you wanted to, let's not say you. Let's just say Susie Q, random white girl, attractive, walking around any city in America. She just wants to get fucked tonight. She wants to have sex tonight. Is it easier to get a white guy or a black guy to do it? That may not be that great.
No, it's not. Because it's easy to get any guy. If you just want to get sex, you walk up to any guy and
all right, let me ask a better question. That's not the best question. Are black guys does it seem like black guys are just going after girls more than white guys? They seem to just be more direct, more direct. Aggressive.
They're more direct, yes.
Going after girls.
Yes.
What does that say about black guys that they're more direct? Does that mean they end up getting more girls? Does that mean they have sex more often? Does it mean they're better sexually? Oh, we're gonna talk about. Wait, let me ask you that: are black men better sexually than white guys? That's a tough question.
No.
It's an uncomfortable question.
No.
No.
It's not about, when it comes to sex, it's not about black and white.
It's not.
No.
All right. So is the myth about black men's penises true? Is the average black man bigger than the average white guy?
I don't know.
She doesn't know. All right.
I don't know the whole BBC myth. I don't know if it's true or not.
What myth?
BBC.
What does that mean? BBC?
BBC.
Oh, BBC.
Somebody tell him what BBC.
Big black cock. Look, we can say anything on this. This is YouTube.
Okay,
this is
you
not
can
network
say it.
television.
You can say it. I don't like saying those words.
Who lasts longer in bed, the white guys or the black guys?
I don't know. You asking me like I've been in 10 countries.
I guess I'm just
like you.
I'm just giving you a chance to say whatever you want to say. All right. So the question that I asked, the follow-up question was, what do you think that says about black men, that they're more aggressive, more forward, more direct when it comes to just trying to talk to women, period?
They might be more confident. They might not.
Does that make them more attractive?
Confidence makes a man attractive for sure.
So a man who's willing to come talk to you is a little bit more attractive than a guy who won't, who will just stand on the wall.
Because most women like to be pursued. Mm-hmm. They like to be, women are more submissive than guys.
So what about a white girl you ever known a white girl who just doesn't talk to black guys?
Yeah.
How do they feel when black guys try to talk to them? How do they respond, and what are they thinking? What do they say? You talk to them about it?
Normally, those girls are not flattered. Because when you get attention from a guy, period, as a girl, it's flattering. Like somebody's paying you attention. You feel wanted, seen, right?
So why are they not flattered?
And they're not flattered because that's not their cup of tea. So they're
just don't like black.
Yeah, it's like I don't select him and he selects me. Like it doesn't matter. It really makes no difference to me. So they don't feel flattered.
So a white girl who doesn't like black guys, when she's approached by a black guy, it doesn't make her feel any better.
Not really.
So
at least not on the same level as.
She just wants him to take his black ass away so a white guy can come talk.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, what about have you had friends who are black girls who are attractive?
Yes.
All right. Do they have white guys come try to talk to you?
Yes.
And what happens?
My friends, they're black girls that are attractive. There were two types. One type that was only pursuing white guys, and another type who was very, very anti.
Wait, only pursuing white guys?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't she date black guys?
Because they have built these stories in their head
that black guys be fucking up.
That or
black guys be it's just that period, and whatever else you can say.
No, and no, actually, they thought it was like it raised them, elevated them in everybody's eyes if they were able to date a white guy.
So you knew black girls who only dated white guys.
Several women like that.
Several black women.
Yeah.
Who only dated white guys.
Yeah, I know them to this day.
And you knew I never met them. Anyway.
I'm not friends with them. I'm not friends with people who think that way.
But you just know
them.
But
I know them. They're acquaintances.
You know them, but you're not friends with them.
Yes.
It's good. Make sure we make it clear on that. And
you
said you also knew black girls who were what? Anyway? They were open. They would
go either way, but they would rather stay with their own.
Black guys.
Yeah.
Have you known any black girls who only date black guys? They wouldn't talk to a white guy?
Yes, I have.
Have you known black girls who they present themselves in a certain way that white girls wouldn't even try to talk to them? Or they carry themselves with a certain attitude that white guys wouldn't. And she's a black girl? Yeah.
Yeah.
So what is different about them? How do they carry themselves that a white guy wouldn't even try?
Normally they I don't know. Usually they look very ethnic. They would make themselves look and they would behave in a very non-white way.
Black girl you talking?
The girls that I knew were Caribbean.
Have you known any white guys who only talk to black girls?
White guys, only black girls. No.
Have you known any white guys who kind of?
That'll be very difficult because there are more white women than black women. So
I've known guys. It depends on where you at.
And it depends on what environment they grew up in. Because if that's all they were around, then it's very possible. But most white guys are not brought up in that environment. So
it would have to be in the Northeast, like DC, Pittsburgh, Philly, New York.
Yeah, and they would have to grow up in a very
in
black environment.
I've known white guys in those areas though, but not down here. It's not enough. Not enough of them going around. Now, this last question is: Or do you think black men are easier to get? But do you have anything to add on all these questions? Black men are easier to get. You think you're too good for white guys. You've had bad experiences with white men, so you swore off white men. You're trying to rebel against society. It's just a fetish to see how big their cocks are. Do you think you're better than black? You think you're better than black girls. You're trying to prove that you're not a racist. You have daddy issues, and you're fat. What do you have to say about just in general? And these are, when I first read this, I told Anna, I said, these are actually pretty good because I've heard all of these. Mm-hmm. At least number 2 through 8. Not number 1, I've heard some people say that it makes no sense because I didn't date any fat white girls. Now, let me not even go any further with that one. But
I mean, what I would have to say is a lot of these things may be true for some people.
Yes.
But if they are true for you, you should not be doing it. You should not be dating black guys or whoever if these are the reasons why you're dating them. That's all I have to say, because then you really have other issues that you need to handle because those issues are not allowing you to be who you really need to be and want to be.
So when you just go out about in the world, do you ever feel like you are being judged by anyone, a white person, a Spanish person, a black person, a European person, because you're walking with a black guy?
Yes. When we go places, people are looking at us. We're both good-looking people, and we're together, and we draw a lot of attention. Most of the attention. We draw a lot of attention.
When we go out in public, they be looking at her, then they see me because I'm there, but they be really looking at her.
Aww.
No, that's the truth. I'm not saying that. Just don't get it.
But you're so handsome.
Thank you. But finish saying you're handsome.
Yeah, so we draw a lot of attention, and I feel it. And I feel the glares sometimes. I feel that especially like older people, older white people.
Yes.
They look at us and they wonder, I bet they wonder like what's going on and why is she walking with him or whatever else is going on. But
also, sometimes men just be looking at her. They just looking at her. They like, the same if you've seen Jay-Z and Beyonce, even though Jay-Z's there, you're going to look at Beyonce because it's like, yo, Beyonce.
Right. So
you're just going to look at a good-looking woman, even if she got a man right there next to her.
Yeah.
I would look at a good-looking woman, too, even if she had a man next to her.
Yeah, and I would totally understand. Even if I'm walking with him and he's looking at a good-looking woman who's walking by, I'm not going to be like, don't look at her. He's going to look.
Hey, you said something to me once. You said I was looking at.
Hey, I'm going to look. Like, if she's worth looking at, I'm going to look. But it depends on how you do it, though. Because if you do it at your woman's expense, if you do it so...
If you break your neck, you can't break your neck looking at another chick.
It's not even that. Like it's you have to make sure that the woman who you're with, she doesn't feel insecure. You can't do it that way.
Oh, that's a whole different conversation.
Actually, I would be the girl, and I've done this to you many times. Hey, oh my God, look at her body part. I've pointed it out with him because it's like the only body part it's worth looking at, Yes. So you can't be insecure about that. But also, men
don't point out any body part that's not her ass. I'm not looking at legs or feet or hands or hair. It's ass. Or let's just say, listen, we say what it is here. We don't have to. There's no P. This is not PC. Okay, so parents, this may not be for your kids.
It's not about here. It's about how I speak.
I understand.
Maybe not all the time, but
I understand.
But yeah, but how
we're gonna condition that out of you through the Anna and Dre show.
Yeah, but that's another. Maybe we should do another show on that topic.
Yeah, we're gonna do another show on that topic. What's the topic? Like how to conduct yourself when you're with your girl.
Yeah, how to conduct yourself with your girl.
I'll write that down.
And when other females are around, how do you? Yeah, I don't know. You can word that better.
Yeah, how do you conduct yourself? I'm using Face ID. This shit is amazing. Shout out to Steve Jobs. Do you have anything to add on this topic? White girls who date black guys, because this is it's 2018 and this is a topic that's becoming less and less taboo. I mean, back in the 90s, Spike Lee had a movie called Jungle Fever. And the movie was about a white girl dating a black guy, and it was like huge.
Shock. Yeah.
People was like, they couldn't believe they seen a white chick and a black guy. That was not a normal thing. At least not where I'm from. And Spike Lee's from New York, so this is in the Northeast America. You didn't see that. Even down here is a lot of Latin people.
Yeah.
Nowadays, 2018. What is that? What car is that?
It's a Ferrari.
Alright, so some guy's riding through the garage with a Ferrari. That shit is so loud. How can you drive that?
It's annoying.
Doesn't that hurt your ears?
It's annoying. I was dating this guy who had a Ferrari, and it's like I hate it. It was white Ferrari.
How many times did you ride it?
once. And then he knew not to pick me up with it, so
Why?
he came with a Bentley next time because
Wait a minute, wait. This is like wait a minute. Stunt alert. Stunt alert. Wait a minute. He had a white Ferrari. She didn't like it, so he came back with the Bentley. Who was this?
It's a true story.
This is Puff Daddy?
No.
Was it Baby from Cash Money?
No.
Was it Kanye West?
No.
Was it Jay-Z?
No.
Who was it?
No. But it sucks to ride in one. I don't like it. Even if you like roll up the
first world problems.
It does.
I never rode in one.
I don't like it.
All right, so we're talking about.
Yeah. So
it used to be taboo. It used to be taboo for a white chick, white and black to mix. Usually as a white chick and a black guy. That's usually what it's been.
Right.
It used to be taboo. 2018, it's not really taboo anymore. Like when people see you on my Snapchat or Instagram or in these videos, nobody's like, "Oh my God, you're dating a white girl." It's not a big deal anymore.
Yes.
You know, especially with social media, we see everything. So it's not like there's nothing that we're not used to seeing. We see everything now.
Yes.
Do you have anything to add on this topic of white chicks? Because I think you're the one who should be talking. Because
I think
yes.
Those reasons, those myths that we talked about should not be. If you exercise any of those reasons, and that's why you're dating a black guy and you're a white girl, just please stop and reevaluate who you are, what you want, and why you're doing what you're doing, because your relationship is not gonna be what you want it to be, and your life is not gonna be what you want it to be, because all those reasons is like taking you away from your true self, really. And you can't, if you're dating somebody, it's not about society, it's not about anything but you and that person, and you have to give them, and you know what, like if you're considering all these reasons that we covered, if you're dating people because of those reasons, how are you in a good relationship? How is that fair to that other person?
What do you mean?
If I was dating you because what was one of the reasons? Like, I have daddy issues, or I'm rebelling. If I'm rebelling against somebody, and I'm in a relationship with you, how is that fair to you? How am I showing up in the relationship? Because all I'm going to be thinking about,
you'll be using me.
Yeah, I'm basically using you. So that's not a real relationship. You can't be in a real great relationship if you're dating them for any other reasons but let's be together because we actually like and love each other, and we value each other as who each other are, regardless of the color. So,
all right, perfect. Now, Anna, are those shoes hurting your feet?
No.
No?
No.
Okay, I thought they might be hurting.
No.
We was walking on Lincoln Road and the cobblestones just getting the trouble.
Yeah, and
how many inches are those heels?
These are 5-inch heels.
5-inch heels.
And they're fantastic, but I was walking on the cobblestone, and
nice pedicure.
I hate cobblestone.
All right, we'll talk about that on a different day.
Yeah.
All right, so it's been 1 hour. This is a 1 hour.
It's been 1 hour?
Yes, 1 hour.
Oh my God.
And we putting this shit out exactly as it is. I don't do too much editing. If somebody want a job, if you want to be my intern and prove that you can do a good job in editing video, you need to holler at me. Because if you prove that you're actually good, it can lead to a long-term, full-time position. But you got to actually be good. You got to prove that you know what the fuck you're doing. All right, that's what it is. I'm telling y'all right now. So if you want a job, get at me. Send me an email, Dre@DreAllDay, or hit me up personally through Snap, Instagram, or email me, Dre@DreAllDay. If you see me in the street, come talk to me. Prove you got some game, and we'll see what we can do. That's it. You got any last words?
No. All the selfies he's going to be taking and all the streams he's going to be doing from now on is going to be from this new phone. So
yes.
Y'all
and
get
videos
excited.
on this camera right here. This is we filmed this on a GoPro. And anybody didn't know. And my other camera, what is that? It's a Lumix GX85. There's one thing you do got to tell them in the video.
Work on your game.
There it is. All right, everybody. That's it. So now y'all know what it is with white girls and black guys. Pass this to somebody who needs to hear it. Work on your fucking game. We out here.